Hello everybody, my name is Rectification. Today we have the brand new video. Today's video we're going to have a look at Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Now I've seen the first Kingsman and it is great. It's definitely a great film and it's probably one of the better films I've seen. And they released a sequel this year called the Kingsman Golden Circle. Now this film was something, I want to say slightly different but still had the exact same tone. All the characters are back, even some characters from like you wouldn't even expect, from like the Secret Service. One of the I totally forgot what his name is, but you know at the end of the film, Secret Service, where all their heads explode and stuff. Apparently one malfunctioned or something, and it blew off his arm, and then his arm's robotic, and he comes back in the Golden Circle, and yeah, it's good. I'll be honest. The villain in this film is called Poppy. Now, first of all, can I just say, the character of Poppy in the Golden Circle is too kind. I'm sorry, it's just too kind. But then she ends up killing pretty much nearly every single Kingsman. So, Eggsy and the other bald bloke have to go to the Statesman, their cousins, and they go and they ask them for help about the Poppy and the Golden Circle situation. Now, Channing Tatum does play one of the, I don't know, I forgot what his character's name is called, but he plays a character, but the thing is, I was kind of excited for his character, you know, it looks cool, his character looks cool, and, he's not even in half the film. Basically, so, there's this drug, that every time someone takes drugs, they get infected, and the only cure for them, basically, every bad person is getting affected. That, to be honest, kind of sounds like a good idea. Now, I don't know if it's like weed or crack or something like that, or is it just your standard cowpole drug, but it does sound like a good idea when you think about it. I'm just saying, okay? Anyway, mainly, the main one that we meet from the Statesman is Whiskey. And, boy, oh boy. Isn't there some really cool fight scenes? There's the one scene where, you know, with the revolver. I think you've seen it in the trailer when he's just got his revolver and go, yeah, great role playing Jack Babel. And he's definitely a highlight of the film. Also, Harry's back. If you don't know who Harry is, he's the one that looked to Eggsy and, you know, took him to the training thing for the Kingsman. And boy, oh boy, he's come back as a different character. So I'm not going to say how he comes back, or I'm just going to say quickly, spoilers. He gets shot in the eye, and then he gets this thing wrapped around his head, some needles in the brain, and it kind of like, they take out the bullet and the memory is fractured, but something can trigger their memory to remember absolutely everything. And there's these things about butterflies that you can see butterflies everywhere. It's weird. But he's lost his kind of, because one of his eyes are missing. He does kind of do like a little thing like he did in the first one where he locks up the bar and then he's got like his umbrella thing and he launches like the beer thing at someone's head. He does it again but fails and gets beaten up. And then the Whiskey, you know, grabs his lasso and goes, you know, stuff like that. It's actually quite a good film. Now, there's one person I want to talk about in this film. Elton John. You can't do a review without talking about him, can you? Elton John's in this film and, he's my favorite. I'm sorry, but he's probably like one of my favorite characters in the film. He looks so miserable though. He's being kidnapped and taken to somewhere he doesn't know, I think. And you know, he's just performing there, not doing much really. But he does end up I mean, kicking people. There's this one scene where Eggsy and Harry are going into the base, and no, I'm sorry, but one of the grenades is a baseball bat, and he uses like the I think Eggsy throws the like baseball bat, and Harry like bats it with his umbrella. Oh, I just love these films, I really do. Now, what else was it? Another thing that happens in the film. I'm going to talk about Elton John for a bit. He performs there, the stuff like that. What was I on? He looks so miserable. He's just sitting there, ugh. And he does actually kill one of the robot dogs that they have. There's 2 robot dogs, probably more, that are kind of like really invincible. And Harry and Elton John grab bowling balls and kind of like crush one of the robot monsters. It is cool. Plus, one of Elton John's songs are in there, or probably more. I don't know. I don't know much from Elton John. All I know is "I'm Still Standing." That's one of my favourite songs of all time, or at the moment. I think it's called Saturday. It is played through the song. It's really cool, and I like the climax. Kind of has like 2 or 3 songs in it, so I do like music with action scenes. I just find it a good thing. Now, time to get down to what I would rate this film. Now, there's a couple of scenes I have not mentioned, rather, because they're big spoilers, or there's just nothing interesting about the film. And there are a couple of recurrent characters that come back from the first film. That girl, I have no idea what her name is, the one that, I guess, beats Eggsy, kind of, and helps in the final act of the Secret Service. So, she's back. She's only, like, 15 minutes of it, like the beginning, and then she's never seen again. But, is it better than the original? It's arguable, okay? In my opinion, I think the sequel is pretty much equal with the original. They're both great films. And, you know, you put them together and they're completely perfect. Now what would I rate it? I'm putting this, in my personal opinion, I don't know if anyone else who's watching this is, seen the film, but I would rate this probably an 8.9. There's a couple of scenes that just made me like, Jesus Christ. That was something weird. Like, there's this one scene, right, where this guy gets, like, into a meat kind of grinder thing, and then he kind of, like, Poppy makes a burger out of the man's flesh and makes someone's eat it. That is a little bit uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I mean, for some of the stuff I've seen in cinema, that's, it's a bit, it's just not right, really. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure if you have seen the first Kingsman or the second Kingsman, make sure to tell me if you thought it was a great film or just a terrible film. Just comment down below and I'll respond if anyone actually watches my videos, because my last video about the Avengers Infinity War trailer got 0 views, well 1 view, but by me, because I'm lonely. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and I'll see you in the next videos.